Nice. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another night of POWERtry. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we have a couple poets. We have Jock, Tara, we have myself, and a special guest start us off, Brad Fax. Go ahead, Brad.
How you doing? Well,
Oh, and
as
Garrett.
Amir just
Garrett is
said,
joining us too.
I'm Brad Fax. I just want to say to you, I want to run some names off to you. A few people that has inspired me uh, over the course of my life, uh, specifically women. Golda Meir, uh, Ella Baker, Angela Davis, Asada Shakur, Susan Rosenberg, Winnie Mandela, and the list goes on and on. Growing up, I wasn't always, I wasn't introduced to these names and their stories the way I was introduced to Malcolm X and Dr. King and Huey Newton. But over time, in study and in research, I figured out that these women played not only a role, but an essential role in the civil rights movement and the advancement of people, not just women. So when you look at them for who they are and what they represent and what they stand for, in my eyes, they are just as important, if not more important, to some degree, to the struggle that we all share in and to the advancements that we all hope to make and have been making over time. So I have to just give much respect and much admiration and much love to all of those people and several more. Like I said, I know it's a lot of names that has made a huge impact on history, has made a huge impact on all our lives. But those women that I just named kind of meant personally a lot to me, with me having gone through what I went through and being in prison for 17 years and looking to these stories that for inspiration, for some motivation, things that uh, they went through. I said to myself, if they can go through it and I admire them, then I would be doing them a huge disservice by not only making it through my situation, but coming out much better in spite of it and not because of it. So I just want to give respect and essentially props to all of them. And now you see a video of the nominations for Queens by Mira Rose. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad.
For sure, definitely.
Jay, if you wanted to go ahead and there we go. She's working on it, y'all. Just give us a minute. Well, she's working on that. So tonight we have a special show. Um, Originally the show was supposed to be last Friday. I wasn't feeling well. It's in the hospital, and it was still my birthday month. So for this month, I wanted to really celebrate um the queens of the show. Speaking of which, Veronica is ill tonight, so we wish her lots of hugs and prayers that she feels better. We miss you, sis, but we know that you'll come back next at the next show with a powerful piece. Also, we have Tara with us, but we wanted to really recognize some of the queens out here that are putting in the work, going hard in the struggle. Just some queen activists. Um, I think actually Gina's working on the video. So Garrick, are you there? Do you want to talk about your friend and the queen that we are raising money for throughout this whole show? 100% of the proceeds will go to the queen. Let me see if Garrick's, there we go.
Hey, so Queen Yanaja was the only girl born in the American Indian movement, the longest walk from 1977 to 1978 from Alcatraz, San Francisco to Washington, D.C. Uh, she's done a hip hop for Haiti where she raised money for uh, people in Haiti. She's done one for Flint, hip hop for Flint. And she's just recently done one for New Orleans, and she has cancer right now. So
Can you explain how she got that cancer?
she got cancer from Standing Rock, where in North Dakota, where they was trying to remove the pipeline that they've put in. The police officers were spraying harmful chemicals on them, so it was her and over 100 other people reported cancer. Somebody has recently died. It was a no-fly zone. They were flying over and spraying chemicals on them, so that's how she got her cancer. Her doctor said it looked like it was breathed in. So, we're praying that she pulls through. She just went to the doctor, and the bigger cancer cells are shrinking, so that's good news. Yeah. So that's what we're here for. Her mom was also an activist, was arrested. So Queen was adopted by Minister Louis Farrakhan because her mom wouldn't tell on Muammar Gaddafi she wouldn't say anything about her relationship with Gaddafi. She used to do these conferences, these indigenous people conferences for Muammar Gaddafi, and she would help in the development of the Nation of Islam with Louis Farrakhan, but the police didn't want the rise of Islam back in the 80s, so they put her in jail, and she was raised by Minister Farrakhan, and her brother. So that's her. She's been in the struggle for a while now,
All right.
and she's all right.
All right. So I put my cash app on the Night POWERtry Facebook page. Every single dollar that was sent on September 1st for my birthday show, all that money plus any money raised today will go to the Queen in her battle for cancer. She's a powerful activist. We must support her. We must be our sister's keeper. So please, even if you have $1, every single dollar, I'm not asking for 20, 50, 100. I mean, if you have it, send it. But even if you have $1 just to spare, please send it because it all adds up at the end of the day. Again, my Cash App is on the Night of POWERtry page. So go ahead and send that, but make sure you put a reason for the Queen so that I know what that money is for. And again, 100% will go to her. Gina, are you ready for the video?
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Go ahead and repeat after me. No justice, no peace. Pushing me down until I can't breathe. Why can't you just let us free? Been fighting this for over centuries. We're more than what you perceive. My color does not dictate me. My life's worth as much as yours. It wouldn't matter to you, of course. Shut up and listen to what we have to say. We only doing this because we're seeking a change. You out here killing us like this is all a game, but I'm just gonna let you know we ain't come to play. We even tried to do it the nice way, but you just don't seem to like it that way. So we fighting back with all that we have. Better understand. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
All right, so throughout this show, some of the activists that you've seen on the video, we will be mentioning them throughout the show, talking about them throughout the show. Ronnie, my co-host, is here with us. Thank you
for
joining us. So we'll be talking about them. Again, the whole show is just recognizing the work that some of these activists put in. A lot of us put in a lot of work. And I just want to say there were some people that were tagged that people wanted to nominate. However, there were a couple guidelines that I need in order for us to use to add them to the video, to add them to the night. And some of y'all just don't know how to follow directions. So that's what it was. If you don't see the person that y'all nominated, that's what it was. I don't know what to tell you. But I also want, before we move on to the poetry for the night, I wanted to give Garrick a shout out. Garrick is on a hunger strike. Garrick, can you tell us about that real super quick? You probably didn't know I was going to call him back.
Yeah, I'm on hunger strike. The governor is using the APR funds and some tax funds to build new prisons after organizations down here stopped her from being able to by having banks pull out. So she's taking the pandemic funds and using those to build new prisons. So I'm on hunger strike to oppose that, to raise awareness.
And that's in Alabama, for those of you that don't know. So all you brothers behind the wall in Alabama, y'all need to show much love and respect to this man right here, because he is fighting for y'all, for the justice that needs to be done in regards to no new prisons. So thank you, Garrett, for jumping on the show. Appreciate it. Stay strong. I know you always do.
Appreciate it.
Much love and respect, Garrett. All right, where did Ronnie go? Because it was Ronnie's turn to speak to spit his poem. All right, so Ronnie's not here, so I'm actually going to talk about one of our first activists. Her name is Sierra Cobb. She's out of North Carolina. Her organization that she is affiliated with is Emancipate North Carolina, and Sierra is an activist and organizer for the organization. And she helps represent those that are incarcerated and their families when they're in need of help and assistance. She also speaks up against the injustice system, since her husband is wrongfully incarcerated, and overly sentenced. He has been her motivation and her push to be part of the cause. And Sierra is a great person that goes hard for it. So Sierra, much love and respect. We recognize you. And I was actually the one that nominated you, Queen. Thank you for all your work. All right, so Ronnie's not back. Jay, will you see if he's there? Tara, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to spit the first piece, please.
All righty. A queen, yeah, that's me. I walk with my head held regally. I fix my crown so that it sits neatly. Shoulders held taut with a smile so divine, walking like there's a steel rod in my spine. From my stubby little toes to the depths of my soul, I be queen. Maybe you don't think I am because you want me to speak less than spectacular, using cuss words and talking about kitty licking and knob slobbing in my vernacular. Yes, I am that queen bee, but I'm adding a switch because I'm that queen that hasn't caught that itch to call or degrade myself by naming myself a title that is meant for a dog. Sorry, sweetie, but my mind's not lost in that fog. Lend me your ear and let me tell you a story of how I am a queen that is wrapped in all his glory. I don't need to dress in fancy clothes or hide my face behind a mask. I'm a natural queen. That's where it's at. I have been many places and seen many things. I have fought many fights and been in many boxing rings. I have battled fears far and wide, and many nights alone I've cried. But through it all, I stand tall and walk like I have been through nothing at all, and I am that queen. I laugh and I smile, and you would never know what I go through. I walk as though diamonds and rubies are left in the footprints I leave behind. I don't have time to get in my own mind. I behave as though angels are at my beck and call. I am that queen. That's why. That's all. If you ever have to wonder or guess, I will assure you that this isn't the game among us, and I am no imposter. So just go ahead and look. I guarantee you'll find my name on the roster. I am that queen.
Finger snaps to finger snaps. You definitely are that queen. Indeed, indeed. Thank you. All right, Ronnie, do you want to talk about your friend, your girl, your activist, your nomination for the activist?
Absolutely. This phenomenal queen that I know as Tracy Stanton, she lives and breathes the call to social justice. She's an advocate, she's an activist, she's an organizer, she's an abolitionist. In the 4 years after being released from the Missouri Department of Corrections for a drug treatment program, this queen has worked as a bail disruptor for the Bail Project, an organization that is established to provide bail for those who can't make bail. She's the healing support specialist for Freedom Community Center. She is also on the board of an organization called Women in Transition, the same organization that she was a client of. She is a program facilitator for women transitioning back into the community for the Institute of Peace and Justice. And she is a lead organizer for St. Louis Expo. And Expo stands for Ex-Incarcerated People Organizing, where she successfully organized and led rallies aimed at the Missouri governor for providing proper COVID protocols for incarcerated persons, as well as led a rally against one of the transitional houses for their poor treatment of their residents. She is also an author and a spoken word artist, and she recently released a book called Some Things Must Be Heard. And it details the intimate details of her transitioning and her transformation. And I have a poem for this queen. We are good friends. We have fought in arena together, and it's so glorious. It's such a benefit just to see her work her thing in the community. All she does is live and breathe and eat social justice. So salute to the queen, Tracy Stanton, and today we'll honor her as well. So, my bad. I didn't know I was supposed to transition to my poem. So this poem,
if you're ready, if not, I can talk about another queen.
Nah, we ready. We locked and loaded.
Hold on. Go on. Okay, go ahead.
So this poem I had written in honor of her book release called Some Things Must Be Heard. So this is it. I listen intently because some things must be heard. So I listen to your words and observe your verbs, yet you are the motion picture that urges a fan to read the book. And as we get a closer look, submerged, identifying with your character. In the way you portray your role lets us know there is a such thing as happily ever after. There is freedom. And even when you free them, we are still captivated by the power of any given scene. Ears are glued to the screen. I mean, your canvas. I mean, your mic. I mean, the rawness of your voice with your choice words, enabling viewers to borrow the sorrow of your yesterday, juxtaposed with the image of today, being a better day, a brighter day, a higher way. You are the fanfare that is formed by the frenzy that has family and friends be standing in long lines to redefine your indie into the must-see of a blockbuster, star power luster indeed. Your I has become our we because your eyes have become our see, because we can relate to how you see, and we are related by the sea that is traversed by the verses of hardship that exist between fortunes and poormen, but no longer dormant is my hope to rope a better me, because I have heard the image of you, and some things must be heard. So we listen to your words and observe your verbs. As our hands curve to hold your book, we observe with a look. The once apparent oblique sheets tattered with ink have become transparent, meaning oozing from the movement of the print, melting into the grooves of our print that serve as a mold for the meeting, thus volunteering us to become unwitting casts of this screening of real life, while mirroring our own strife. Your ink, the ink of your writing has revealed that we are one and the same. The windows of our respective souls are framed in the same pane. Yet you are special, strong, stoic, and superb in other S words. And your S words merge to serve as a sword, to vanquish the horde of distorted thoughts that brought about the old you, that the you of new had to murk to be born anew, because there's due work that you were born to do, not from a plot you pick, but an actual doc you pick that documents every particle. That is a particle, is an article testifying that you have always been stellar. And getting your groove back just meant embracing your pen better, lacing your go-getter, and giving birth to the spirit that knows the soul better. And a spike in direction makes it more better. And better is where you stand in even hourglass sands. Listen and watch your transition of spots, unattainable to others with a fraction of your baggage. But it's your action that has this unmatched purpose that is worth its weight in everything. I don't need a special lens or prism to see God's wisdom or glory in your story. I'm just grateful that he has written apart the score for me, because some things must be heard. Salute to the Queen, Tracy Stanton.
Salute.
AKA
To meet you one day. That was a good one, Ronnie. Thank you. I know she loves that. That was beautiful. All right. So, hey, Jack, I see you there. Do you have one or two pieces tonight so I can figure out where to put you in? Your mic is off, Jack. You might not be able to hear. Did you hear me? Do you have one or two pieces tonight?
I have one piece.
Okay. Is it the one I already heard, or is it a new piece? Yeah. Is it one I already heard, or is it a new piece?
It's a new piece.
Okay. All righty.
It's a new piece.
Okay. Hey, Gina, somebody just said they can't see her live. I don't know. Is everything okay? Oh, we're going live. But all right. Anyway, maybe it's just their own thing. Anyway, one of the next activists that I would like to talk about, actually, she's the one that just messaged me, is Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane is out of Mississippi, and she represents the organization, the Parchment Project. When I first myself, and she was recommended actually by B.B. Chapman. She's the one that nominated Sarah. I myself was introduced to Sarah early on when I first kind of stepped into the world of activism. And she was, from the beginning, very supportive of the questions I had about Mississippi, about Parchment in particular, very knowledgeable about the system, how Mississippi DOC runs. She goes hard for her organization. She goes hard for the brothers in Mississippi. And what BB said was that Sarah deserves this nomination, as she is someone that is very dedicated to all causes with of all people, that involve all people of any race and creed. Sarah goes above and beyond in hopes of someday creating real change in the system. And I believe it. Sarah is very passionate about what she fights for and what she believes in. So Sarah Jane, you have been recognized, and sister, I know you are a powerful force in Mississippi. And I thank you for your information always and forever. So that was Sarah Jane. Jock, do you want to go ahead and go with your piece? Let's see if you can hear. We'll give him a second. Ronnie, do you want to talk about another activist?
Yes. Have we talked about Jamila?
We have not.
Okay, I want to talk about Jamila Land for a little bit. Jamila Land is from Sacramento, California, where she is an advocate for voter rights, as well as fighting against the blight of mass incarceration. Jamila became acquainted with the arena of criminal justice reform as she fought for her son, Elijah Johnson, who was wrongly convicted and sentenced to 3 life sentences. In her campaign to free her son, she has also taken on the fight of thousands of other California prisoners and advocates for them as she advocates for her own son. So salute to the queen that we know as Jamila Land, and we want to honor you this day as well.
Most definitely. I had the opportunity to message with her, and she goes so hard for her son. Anybody that follows her or knows of her can definitely agree to that. Recently, her son battled COVID, and they also were, the fear of the fires there in California was so close to the prison. So she was really going through it with her son. And can you imagine just knowing that your son is there and the fires are so close with no evacuation plan on behalf of the prison? So many prayers are sent to all the prisoners there at that location at that time. And always, Jamila definitely goes hard for the cause. And I can't wait to hopefully one day work with her. Hint, hint, Jamila, I'm ready. But let's see, Jock, are you there? Why am I screaming?
That's your personality. Oops, I said
Yeah,
it out loud. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Jock, can you hear me? I know that he's having trouble tonight. He's trying to, you know what I'm saying, join us today. Unfortunately, 12 is a little heavy presence tonight. So if he can't come through, I totally understand. So I'm also going to speak now about another activist. Her name is Daphne Jackson. She was nominated by Hess Aiden. And Daphne is a warrior in the, and what Hess said is that Daphne is a warrior in the proletarian struggle for liberation. Actually, do you know more about her, Ronnie, than me?
Who?
Daphne, did I give you her info?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Okay, so let me continue on. She is, like I was said, a warrior in struggle for liberation. Hess states that Daphne has been willing to, you know, go hard in the front line, put her own pennies up, and put her own self out there when it comes to the struggle. That she doesn't hesitate at all. That she goes strong for equality and social reconstructing, as well as in saving our youth against incarceration, police brutality, and awareness of political. And she also fights for the awareness of political prisoners. So Daphne Jackson, we recognize you, we honor you, and Hess Aiden nominated you. Thank you for the nomination, and thank you, Daphne, for all you do in the struggle. I also look forward to working with her because I believe she's in Illinois. So, you know, I look forward to anybody close by that I can join forces with because we all need to be each other's brothers and sisters in the struggle. All right, so let's see if Jock's there again. Jock, are you there? You might not be able to hear. Okay, Gina, can you go ahead and play? We have a piece by Gino Talib. He can't join us because of where he's at, but we have a video for him of his poem for the night. Let's see if Gina's ready. Here we go.
Oh.
Hey, Jay, we can't hear it. Can you start it over and
Yeah.
play with the volume, please?
Aggressive
Oh, can you guys hear it?
words. Words is aphrodisiac. Sexual excitement without intentionally enticing. See, we converse about the mysteries of the earth and the magical way things work in being one with the universe, mending souls. Aggressively gazing into your eyes, putting my animalistic desires on hold. But when I'm in your love, I'm moving to the rhythm of our heartbeats. We're one. Laying on clouds, rearranging the stars, creating our own constellations. Powered by the sun because of our melanation, expressing love physically and verbally reciprocally. Love mentally expressed through shared ideas. Joint efforts in reaching high levels of euphoria. Penetration pauses your inhale-exhale pattern. And an orgasm eliminates it altogether. Bodies and minds fused. Two hearts with one beat. You and me. Gino said it. Words is Afro.
All right, he came with that one, didn't he? All right. Ronnie, do you want to talk about activist Maria?
Yes. Maria Me. It's Maria Me. This queen is a justice reform advocate who is the push behind the Free Kendall Morton movement. And Kendall was sentenced to 60 years for marijuana possession. Let me say that again. Kendall was sentenced to 60 years for marijuana possession. And Maria is a national law researcher for the New Order Human Rights Organization and the director of media and production for the Freedom Fighter Abolition Coalition. She fights for the sensible need for changes in the law, habitual offenders, and anyone suffering with a mandatory minimum. So today we would like to salute you, Maria, and today we honor you.
Thank you, Maria. All right, Jock, are you there yet? I know I keep asking him, y'all, but I also know what he's doing with it. Okay, can you go ahead and spit your piece?
Uh, it's titled that I can never thank them enough. I mean, like she Mary, like you said, I mean, Toya doing a thing on this end tonight. So,
Do you
you
want to
know,
wait a little bit, or
I'm gonna do my
do you
best,
want to
right?
wait a little bit, or do you want to go now?
Oh, I'll go ahead and spit it now. I got you.
Okay. Okay.
It's called I Can Never Thank Them Enough. They hold the presence of Isis, Nefertiti, Makeda, Candaces, Cleopatras, and even Zenobia from days of old. So deeply rooted as universal queens, they shine with a glow so radiantly and beautiful, it shames the most purest form of gold. Their commitment to the struggle stands firm within their every breath that it must have been installed from within their youth, as they so greatly and gracefully speak with the authority similar to that of Phyllis, Harriet, or Queen Elizabeth, the one that we call Sojourner Truth. Yet I can never thank them enough. I can never thank them enough for being the voices of fallen kings that have been victims in a system that wishes to destroy us all, as they willingly face financial, spiritual, mental, and emotional struggles of their own to be present each and every time we call. Yet I can never thank them enough. As the present as they present countless ideas in their efforts and plans, while still taking the time to motivate those of us on the inside to not become caged animals as they encourage and stimulate our inner man. And even though I can never thank them enough, I want you all to know that I appreciate the rebirths of spirits like Asada, Nikki, Sonia Sanchez, and even Toni Morrison, to name a few. Although, truth be told, I can never thank any of you enough for the many things you can do. However, thank you from the black team.
Mm.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Jack, for coming with that one.
That's it.
Uh, Ronnie, who else do you have on your list? Do you have New
Yes,
Brown?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Let's come with it.
New
First of all,
Brown.
let me say that I don't mean to cut you off, but Malik Washington nominated New Brown, and I can't even tell you, Malik, you better be watching tonight's show because this brother right here, I swear to God, he just was like, Amira, you better get her on. Amira. Like, is she on? Is she included? Amina, like, I mean, what's up? Did you get her? Did you get, I mean, like, Malik, I got her right here. Ronnie got her right here. So you better be paying attention.
So we, of course, we have to shout out to the shout out to brother Malik. Salute to you, and salute to you for acknowledging this sister, man. New Brown. On top of her devotion to our incarcerated humans, there's her unwavering devotion to the new African Black community. And the editor of San Francisco Bay View, national Black newspaper. Her consistency and dedication to the struggle is fierce. On top of this all, she has a weekly radio program entitled Prison and Focus Radio. Noob also focuses on liberating our caged elders. She focused on a specific class of principal leaders who were integral in bringing about the historic hunger strikes in California, which brought much needed change for those trapped in solitary confinement for decades. So for your work, for your history, for your continuing struggle, for your sacrifice, New Brown, we definitely want to acknowledge you today and salute you. And today we honor you, Queen.
Definitely. I remember when I was driving to Alabama, I was so nervous because it was for the protest for Connecticut justice. And I knew I had to go up there and speak. And I'm very introverted and I don't like to speak in crowds. And right before I was going up there, I couldn't get a hold of any of my people to like pray with me or bring me down a little bit. And I got a hold of Noob, and I don't even know this sister. And she just gave me the most kind words and upliftment right before I had to go on. So she is definitely a soul that I hope to meet one day because she was definitely powerful just in the brief moments that I had with her. So Noob, you're definitely recognized by me as well. I always appreciated that moment in you. So another person I want to talk about is actually my girl. I call her my sis, Nikki D. That's me. Nikki D, if you're from Alabama, I'm pretty sure you heard of her. Nikki goes so hard in the struggle and in the fight and for justice, and not just for kinetic justice, not just for Alabama, but she has taught me so much just as an activist where I can, spread it along because she is so knowledgeable and she like I said, she goes hard. Nikki is part of the Armed Queen team. ARM is Alabama Resistance Movement, excuse me, and she's the president of the Armed Queen team. And I mean, Garrick, I think Garrick can talk about Nikki too. I'm steadily putting Garrick on the spot. He's probably like, I'm about to log off. But
yeah. You want me to say something?
Yeah.
Well, she keeps us involved in the prison reform or prison abolishment. So she's very helpful in that, you know. She's cool. Good people.
Isn't she good people? Nikki's got the kindest heart, one of the kindest people I've ever met. And like I said, if you're in Alabama, you definitely got to give her a shout out, a thank you, because she goes hard and she represents y'all in the battle on the front lines for Alabama prison reform and whatnot. So Nikki, girl, I love you. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for being my sister in the struggle. And I told her she stuck with me for life. So I'll see you soon, Nikki. All right. So, do you have anybody? Oh, you know what? I can't even believe I haven't even spoke about Gina. Gina is, without Gina, we would not be going live right now. Gina is the president of Epic. That's out of Ohio. She makes sure that this show happens. Without her, like I said, we would not go live. When I first started this show, our first show, sorry, y'all. Our first show was, not that it didn't go off too good, but Gina from day one has shown so much support, and she just picked me up and supported. Was like, I got you, sis. Come on, we can make sure this show goes live every single time. And what Gina does, she fights so hard for Ohio. Her husband is incarcerated. She's a great example of a wife going hard for her husband, making sure that he's getting home, making sure that he's being treated just. But not only for her husband, she also fights for everybody behind that wall. Gina, are you there with us? I'm like, don't call me on.
I'm here.
All right. So do you want to talk about what's happening tomorrow, since I'm talking about you?
Sure. So tomorrow is October 2nd, which is International Wrongful Conviction Day. Here in Ohio, Cleveland to be exact, we will be posted downtown Cleveland at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, hosting a Wrongful Conviction Day rally, and then kicking off our window campaign for the week for Wrongful Conviction Day. We have several exonerees speaking from here that were exonerated here in Ohio. We also have an exoneree from Michigan, Marvin Cotton Jr., traveling to speak as well at our rally. And we also have a recording from Ricky Kidd, who was exonerated after 23 years in Missouri, also having his voice heard at our rally as well. It's going to be a pretty powerful event. And of course, my girl's driving here to be here with us.
I am going to be there. Yes, I might be looking at a hot mess after tonight, but I'm going to be there. Definitely come show up, show out, come support. These rallies actually do make an impact. So we need those numbers there, everybody. And Gina, I just want to say thank you for being a great mentor in the cause, because you also have taught me a lot. So thank you, sis. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Not going anywhere, girl.
I told you stuck with me. Do you want to go ahead and play? We have a music video from Verse Omar and from OG God. We're going to bring some music up for y'all. They both can't be here with us tonight. Y'all already know why. Well, Gina's working on that. Actually, you know what? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's all love. It's all love. No matter what we go through, man. To the queens, know we take y'all through a lot. We've been through a lot too, just been through it together. Yeah, back to style, you know. Big OG God, it's all love. Had an old school chick, we connected on the book. She was married to a crook, still talking to a crook. From a family, yes, some crooks. Said the Bible is a book. To the sky we should look. Met her, we can straighten up. Corrupted by our own community, family ties are broken. Searching for her world, she was open, hoping Jesus will save. Child behave, push that holy shit, but sell that pussy to a grave. Hey, my yard the judge, tell who the law. I give you axe, hammer, compass, the square, and the saw. I leave them in awe, connect you to the land, fuck the straw man. Alabama still stand and it's love.
When you see her on the square, just respect the queen. When you see her doing well, just respect the queen. She been through hardships, trials, and tribulations. But without that queen, how can we grow a nation? When you see her on the square, just respect the queen. When you see her doing well, just respect the queen. She been through hardships, trials, and tribulations. But without that queen, how can we grow a nation? Sweet don't mean peace, her peace was non-existent. Sometimes it's not that deep, sometimes it's depth and distance. The hardest part about growth is to come to know that those you love sometimes don't grow. It's even harder to accept when you know so, and your hope goes out the window. So don't tell me those that know better do better. It's all love till it's not, maybe choose better. When you see her on the square, just respect the queen. When you see her doing well, just respect the queen. She been through hardships, trials, and tribulations. But without that queen, how can we grow a nation? When you see her on the square, just respect the queen. When you see her doing well, just respect the queen. She been through hardships, trials, and tribulations. But without that queen, how can we grow a nation? I told her she was amazingly gorgeous. She didn't believe me because she was black. Her fortunes of pain and insecurity, her purity flowed, a melanin glow, yet she found no value in it. Bending over backwards to look more valuable, she went and placed a price tag on herself. Although priceless to me, she placed herself on a shelf. The same sales racks with snacks, hoping to catch another impulse buy. The crazy part about it is, I'm still willing to stick by you. But I admit, I'm tired of being skin deep. They say all respect begins with self. That right? That right. And we out. Alabama got 2 tribes.
Vision.
All right, that was my brother versus Omar and OG God. I just want to say a quick few words. So, verse Omar has been one of our poets on the show since day one. My brother is currently in lockup for basically joining his other Muslim brothers there where he is located and praying. ADOC has totally jumped on some bullshit, and just be looking for the next couple days on my Facebook page. I will be going forward in the fight to address what's been going on with him and the other Muslim brothers. But I just want to thank him. I miss him. Yeah, it's been a battle with the situation. I didn't want to just go forward with that. I had to research how to handle it best for him and the other brothers. So just again, look on my Facebook page the next couple days, and I'm gonna need your love and your support in addressing the situation with the Alabama Department of Corrections. Yeah, literally, that's what
we
he's
send
about.
the brothers our prayers, send the brothers our support. But this is like this is a thing. This is a thing throughout the country, and it happens here in Missouri. Like, people are sent to the hole and penalized for praying. If you don't ascribe to their religious doctrine, you get penalized for praying. That's wild, man.
For praying. And I have to give a shout out to the Nation of Islam. They have joined forces with me to address this. So thank them. They've been very helpful and supportive. So yeah, I'm coming for you, ADOC, most definitely, because you don't mess with the wrong one. You don't mess with my brother, and you don't mess with my Muslim brothers at that. So just a shout out to Verse. You are totally missed. But let's move forward. I am going to talk about a friend of mine. I haven't met her. Of course, it's a Facebook friend, but I consider her a friend because she has supported the show. She has supported anything I do as well. Tamara, she was recommended by Elijah Gilmore. And I'm just going to read to you what Elijah basically said, because he was another one that was like, you got to put, and of course I was going to put her on. Tamara represents BAM. And this is what he says. I have so much love, not love, I'm sorry. I have so much appreciation, respect, and trust for Tamara. She goes so hard for the cause, for the brothers behind the wall. She gives so much of herself for the struggle, and deserves all the respect for anybody that knows and deserves all the respect. And for anybody that knows her knows that she is a true activist at heart. So Tamara, you definitely have been recognized. You definitely have my respect for all the support that you give to the Night of POWERtry. You have been there, like I said, almost from day one as well. And I definitely thank you. We acknowledge you today, Queen, as an activist.
Woo, that's my sis.
Hey, do you want to tell us about her? I don't know why I forgot this. You want to tell us about Tam a little bit?
Well, listen, I met Tamora because it's okay. She is my sorority sister for Kappa Epsilon Psi military sorority. And I am so blessed to have met her. And it's like when we met, we just hit it off. And she started telling me what she did. And I'm like, I want to get in on this. You know, I don't live in Ohio, but I will support you in any way I can. And just hearing what she does is just so amazing. And she is very passionate about what she does. And she is such an amazing woman. And again, I'm so blessed and so glad to know her because she inspires me to want to do more and do better. So that's what I have to say about her. And she introduced me to you, and that's why I'm here.
You know, and I have to say, like, there's just some people, have a good heart. Like when I was sick, just even last Friday, she checked on me, and not everybody checks on you just because, you know what I'm saying? Like you could tell people that really have a good heart and care. And she was definitely like, just to be checked on, you know what I'm saying, randomly, that means a lot to people nowadays because people don't just do that. So yes, I definitely am a fan of hers as well. All right, Ronnie, do you have anybody else you want to talk about?
Yeah. Did we talk about Sierra Cobb? Sierra Cobb. Sierra is an activist.
Since you were late, I went ahead and handled that for you.
Oh, well, what? That wasn't my fault. It's this bad thing. Okay. I appreciate your high five. That's what good co-hosts do. So I appreciate you.
That's how queens do it.
Yeah, that's how. So since we're talking about the queens, let me talk about this phenomenal person, man. This wonderful queen, this beacon of light, and she is the creator and the host of Night of POWERtry, and she's the vice president of EPIC, which is ensuring parole for incarcerated citizens, ARM, Our Resistant Movement, Queen Team, and she's the creator and makeup artist for Beauty Reform, gives makeover, for recently released queens going to job interviews. How beautiful is that? Wow. Through activism, she helps brothers behind the wall prep for parole and release. She fights hard for the rights and conditions of those living on plantations and politically and wrongly convicted and over-sentenced individuals. So I want to say thank you. And I think it was through a justice reform platform chat group that I bumped into you. So this queen, and this Rose that we know, we want to definitely thank you and honor you, not only for the work that you do, but for establishing this platform in which we could facilitate events like this and give acknowledgement to those who are definitely worthy of acknowledgement and giving attention to causes that are definitely worthy of our attention. So thank you to you. Salute to you, Queen. And I can't wait to meet you in person. I can't wait to be on the front line with you.
I'm going to get Ronnie. Thank you, Ronnie. Again, everybody that is on the show, whether you're speaking or spitting a piece or coming with that music, I totally appreciate y'all. I just want to remind everybody, first of all, that we are fundraising for, Eric, I always say her name wrong, Queen Yanaza, is that correct? Yanaja. She is battling cancer. I'm just going to let it say because I'm just tearing it up, Queen. I apologize.
It's all right.
But we are fundraising because she is battling cancer. She received the cancer by being sprayed by police while on the frontline battle. So every single dollar will go to her. Again, my Cash App is on the Facebook or Night of POWERtry Facebook page. Look it up, share it, support. Like I said, if you can only give a few dollars, we greatly appreciate that. I also want to just say that it's been a blessing just, to have this show because activism can be really, really not draining, but it's a lot. It's heavy. That's the word I'm looking for. It's heavy. And, I'm not saying that men don't have certain emotions or feelings, but some of us queens, we just, women are just emotional beings, period. So I remember like in the beginning of me being an activist or coming into the world of activism, it was a lot at times. The stories that I have to hear, from the kings behind the wall, the conditions I had witnessed to, it's a lot. And even hearing from the family members. So my way of kind of lightening the mood a little bit was like, and I love poetry. So it was just creating this show so that we can still, because we have our days where we talk about what's going on behind the wall and whatnot. And so it's just my way of bringing it still to the forefront, but also bringing it in a lighter mood. So like I said, I just love my poets, especially the ones that take that chance, from behind the wall to join us on the mic. Like I appreciate the risk that they take. And I even appreciate, anybody that's willing to come on with us. Don't be scared. I had a brother, I ain't going to put him on blast tonight, but I had a brother hit me up like, I be seeing the show and I want to come on, but I'm kind of shy or I'm not that good or man, I'm not that good. So, and I still come up here and I'm super shy and I still come up here. I mess up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be a superstar like Ronnie,
Whoa, wait, where'd that come from?
He thinks he is, y'all.
Whoa, that was uncalled for. Penalized. Flag on the plate.
Teasing y'all. But you know what I'm saying? We got some strong brothers. We got Jock, we got Verse, we got strong queens, and this is what tonight is about. So I'm sad that Veronica couldn't be here with us, but I was so happy when I was introduced to Tara because I wanted another queen because these brothers was just coming and coming and coming. And I appreciate them, but man, I want another queen. So Tara, thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining the squad. I told you can't jump off of it. Like you're stuck with us too.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
But
definitely a beautiful addition. Definitely.
I am going to go off camera for a second so I can do my piece. So I can take my mask off so y'all can completely hear it. So give me 1 second.
We can't get COVID through the screen.
You know what? A lot of people ask me like, what's the deal with the mask? Okay, so I had actually a 6-month battle with COVID. I still battle effects from COVID. Like I still get migraines and I still have breathing issues from COVID. And I said that I would stop wearing the mask when the pandemic was over.
Gotcha.
Because people don't understand how important this mask is. Like my daughter, unfortunately, had to step away from school. She had to step away from friends and family. I mean, we all did, but she had to quarantine with me. So, and the whole time that we were in quarantine, she didn't catch COVID because we wore our mask. She wore her mask. I wore my mask in the house together until she went in her room at the end of the night. So that's why part of why I wear the mask. The other one is just because I'm a private person.
She's a celebrity.
And
I understand. I had COVID as well, and my granddaughter didn't get it either. So I understand.
So it's important. I know people have their whole thoughts about COVID and it's not real or it's this or that or, the mask don't work. But my daughter and I are living proof, that it does work. So one day I'm going to take it off. Who knows? I thought I was going to take it off this summer, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to take it off one day. But yeah, so let me go ahead and spit my piece real quick. Let me get off camera. Let's see if I do this right. All right. So this is called Beauty Queen. I've never fit the description of what they felt beauty was. See, I am the let me start all over. I've never fit the description of what they felt beauty was. See, I'm sorry, y'all, my fan. Let me turn my fan off because it's blowing my paper. Okay. See, I don't do it right to the brother who said he was nervous. Look at me messing up. All right. 3 times the charm. I've never fit the description of what they felt beauty was. See, I am the melanin reflection of immigration, wrapped in the red, white, and green flag of my people, built from the crossing of the border, created off the beans and tortillas, not hot dogs and chips, from cumbias and Tejano music, not your country songs, from quinceañeras celebrations versus your sweet 16s. I am from lowriders versus your big wheel trucks. I am football versus football. I am the blood of my beautiful brown mother and immigrant father. I am not your red, white, and blue version of beauty. Yeah, from early on, I was told to comb your hair this way. Watch what you eat because skinny is right, because your thick thighs are causing jeans too tight. So dress like this and talk like that. This is what society does. They attempt to mold us to their version of beauty. It must guide to their concept of what's pretty. Yet all along, they try to look like us, lip injections, tanning, salons to match my brown skin. Yet you attempted to assassinate my self-confidence, telling me I'm ugly because I wasn't your version of a beauty queen. And even after you told me my brown eyes didn't glow or my or my nose was too wide, what do you know? What do you know? Here I stand, the epitome of a brown queen. So little brown girls, understand this. Though your beauty comes from within, your brown skin shines so bright. Don't you ever listen to them. You are a princess on your way to becoming a queen. See, you are doctors and lawyers, teachers and engineers, amazing mothers and friends, sisters and primas. We are the blood of our ancestors, warriors and royalty. You, my dear, are a beautiful brown queen. And that's that piece, y'all.
Yes, sis. Snap, snap, snaps.
So as we represent the queens tonight, Nadi, come here. She looks a hot mess, y'all. It's the end of the day, but she said she was going to crash the show. So I'm going to give her little moment to shine.
She was
This is my
crashing
little
all in
brown
the back
princess.
Hey, mommy. Hi, beautiful.
And I just wanted to say, after reading that piece, let's not forget to always uplift our daughters, our nieces, our little cousins. This is something that I do with my daughter every night. Nighty, you are beautiful, smart.
Be anything I want when I grow up, like a doctor, a nurse,
lawyer, teacher, a mechanic, because you are.
I'm Nadia.
And you can be anything.
When I grow up.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Here's mine.
All right. Hey, hi. Look how beautiful you are. Say hi, Nana. Yes, we have got to make sure that in the society that we live in, that we uplift. All right, time to go. We uplift. Go on. We uplift our baby girls, because you know what? They need to hear it from us. They need to hear it from uncles, from dads. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of what happened with the whole R. Kelly thing, we got to protect our little princesses. So let's protect them and let's uplift them and let's grow them to be amazing queens. All right, Ron, I know you got something to say. You got anything else to say?
No, I just want to echo your sentiment. I think it's important, especially. Now we're talking about all men, but speaking on behalf of Black men, I think it's so crucial. It's so important to uplift, empower, and protect our sisters. That's all women. But we know that our community is hit hard, and we have some dysfunction and distorted thinking going on, where we reduce our women to objectification, what their body looks like. But just like the sister Amira has done with her daughter, we need to instill in our daughters, our sisters, and the women in our community, their true value. And it's important that we do that. And we acknowledging sisters today that are going hard for us, sisters that are advocating for us. So we need to advocate hard for them. So to the sisters, we're acknowledging, salute to you. We honor you. And we got some brothers on the front line starting a new movement to support, honor, and protect you.
Thank you. We definitely need it. And I want to second that too. We need y'all. We need y'all out there because it's a dangerous world. And not only do we just need you mentally and emotionally, but we need you physically. I'm tired of seeing the queens out here at protests by ourselves. You know how scary that can be sometimes? And speaking of protests, don't forget to show up Ohio tomorrow. We need y'all to show up, but we
Not
definitely need
just
you.
scary, but not really safe either.
Yeah, not safe at all. And we also, even if you're behind the wall, I need y'all to support us. A lot of us put in a lot of time, effort, energy, money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of time that I could be spending more on my daughter, but I'm giving to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping fight this battle. A lot of us queen activists are helping fight this battle for y'all. So when we have protests, I need y'all to put the pressure on your people to come out here and join us. I need y'all, if I'm saying I'm doing a phone zap, I need you, if you have a phone, I need you to make a call, if you or get your people to make a call. Like, we need all the support that we can get because this struggle is not easy. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for y'all behind the wall. It's not at all. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it is. So please, if you can support a queen activist near you or anybody, any one of us, there's tons of them out there. Please support and show them the love that they deserve. That's it. That's all I got to say, y'all.
I got one more thing. There's an event in Ohio at the end of the month on the 28th through the 23rd of October. It's a conference and it's entitled "What Does Freedom Look Like to You?" And it's a weekend of reentry, rebuilding, and coming together to make change. They have panel discussions, a book fair, and a huge pop-up shop for more to be announced. And it's called Freedom Friday Weekend. And one
I
of
think
our
I've seen Ed
supporters,
Henry was part of that.
yes,
Yeah, the brother Ed Henry. Yeah, and that's another thing. We got to support each other. You know, like Brad Facts, he's always putting knowledge out there. Share it. You know, share events like this. Feel free to share on POWERtry. Ronnie, go ahead and add that on the page. So, but anyways, we're not going to keep you up no more. I will be posting the video of the Queen Activist on the Night of POWERtry page. Please feel free to share the hell out of it. They definitely deserve to be recognized. To all my queens out there, I see you. I appreciate you. And let's get it. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Salam alaikum. Everybody have a beautiful,
Walaikum
blessed
salam,
night.
friend.
Stay safe.
You too. Have a good night.
Good night, y'all. All right. Jay, go ahead and end it.